Erling Haaland has just signed a contract extension that will keep him at City until 2034, with the full length of the contract ranging as 9.5 years. This might initially come as a shock to many onlookers, but contracts like this aren't unprecedented in football. In this video, I'll be ranking the other longest contracts in football, and whether they were or are likely to be successful in the terms of the contract. Number 10, Mudryk. At last place we have Mudryk, who signed an 8.5-year contract with Chelsea in January of 2023. When Mudryk was first signed, I think most people agreed that the fee was far too large for a player who had only proven his abilities in the Ukrainian league. However, it was obvious the talent was there, and out of all the Chelsea's crazy signings around that period, he seemed like one of the more sensible. Locking him down to such a long contract made some sense, as it allows Chelsea to amortise the fee they paid to Shakhtar Donetsk. Unfortunately, he's just simply not hit the heights any of us hoped he would. He's been given plenty of opportunities to stay his place in the Chelsea team, but hasn't been able to ever pin down a position. And with the current allegations against him, it's looking to be a difficult 6 years ahead for Mudryk. Number 9, Denilson. Denilson's famous displays in the World Cup for Brazil landed him a 10-year contract with Betis in 1998. Denilson never lived up to his transfer, with Betis getting relegated only 2 years after his arrival. Even after getting back promoted, Denilson found it difficult to ever put up consistent contributions. Denilson's attitude and professionalism never came into question during his service at Betis, always being labelled as a fantastic person in the squad. However, from a footballing perspective, it never came into place for Denilson, leaving Betis for Bordeaux in 2005. At number 8, we have Enzo. Another one of Chelsea's 2023 winter window signings. Enzo signed a 9-year contract when he joined the club. Unlike Mudryk, Enzo has been able to land a consistent role in the team, and this season he is starting to pick up some form. But I'm still not sure he's the best fit for Chelsea's system. He lacked a lot of athleticism needed to play at the top of the Premier League. Alongside this, there have been multiple incidents around him that have caused unrest in the squad. So I can't see him living up to his price tag, and find it unlikely that he'll be at Chelsea for anywhere near the length of his contract. Number 7, Iniesta. Of course, before anyone gets angry, I'm not saying Iniesta is the 7th best player on this list. But if you look at the fact that he signed a lifetime contract with Barcelona in October of 2017, only to sign for Vissel Kobe in August of the next year, you'd understand that he couldn't go any higher on this list. Apparently a clause in his lifetime contract allowed him to leave the club whenever he wanted if he was to join a less competitive league. So in essence, the contract was only put in place to prevent Iniesta from joining another top European club. So because he felt like it, he chose to leave next year to play in Japan. Hardly a lifetime commitment. He only makes it to 7th on merit, and that he was good at Barcelona for his final season. Number 6, we have Inaki Williams. Inaki Williams signed a 9-year contract for Athletic Club in 2019, keeping him at the club until 2028. Athletic Club is one of the clubs that actually has a good reason for doing something like this, due to their transfer policy allowing them to only sign players from the Basque Country. So it makes sense for them to want to hold on to their best players for as long as possible, and Inaki Williams has been a very consistent performer for them over the years. Number 5, Cesc Fabregas. Fabregas signed an 8-year contract with Arsenal in October 2006. He was an incredible talent at the time Arsenal signed him, and went on to have a very successful career. Arsenal were only able to hold on to him until 2011 when Barcelona came knocking for him. But they were able to 10 times their investment in him, so they made a good profit in the process. At number 4 we have Cole Palmer. This placement will probably be the most controversial on the list. Cole Palmer signed a 7-year contract when he first arrived at Chelsea, but went on to extend this to 9 years last summer. Cole Palmer has easily proven himself as the best of Chelsea's signings during their massive spending period, and he has cemented his position as one of the best attackers in Europe, with his consistent contributions. I can only predict Palmer will continue improving throughout the length of his contract, and Chelsea will be happy they pinned down one of the most talented players of the generation. Number 3, Raul and Casillas. I rank these two together due to the similarity of contract and legendary stature of Real Madrid. Both players signed lifetime contracts with Madrid in 2008, and unlike Iniesta, they didn't just spend 1 year at the club after signing. Both players spent 16 years of their career at Real Madrid, and their status as icons in the club goes without saying. At number 1 we have Messi. Of course at number 1 it had to be Messi, who signed a 9-year contract with Barcelona in September 2005. Messi obviously remained at the club throughout the period of the contract, and put up some of his best years within the runtimes, such as 08-09 and 11-12. It will be interesting to see where Haaland will place on this list in the coming years, and whether contracts like this will become the norm. As you can see with this list, they used to be rare, but with Chelsea seemingly bringing them back into style, mostly for amortization reasons, it's likely they will only become more common. If you disagree with any of my placements on this list, let me know in the comments.